Welcome back, everybody. So today we're transforming a client's vision. So let's get to it. So this is what the client brought to me, an existing building and a vision to completely transform its look. Before opening any software, I first wanted to understand the building I was working with. I looked at the existing structure, the proportions, the overall character, and started thinking about how I could give it a completely new identity. And this is actually where the design started. I took the existing building and started sketching directly over it on my iPad, just some rough ideas at first, playing with the facade, experimenting with different forms, adding and removing elements, and trying to visualize what this building could become. It wasn't about getting everything perfect straight away. It was about exploring and seeing what worked and what didn't, and slowly developing the idea. And then once I had the direction that I liked, I moved on to the 2D drawings. So this is where those rough ideas started becoming more intentional, just working through the proportions, the elevations, and the different architectural elements, and really starting to define the design. And then from there, I took everything into Archicad, and this is where the design really started coming together. I began building the model, just developing the forms, refining the facades, adding the little architectural details, and constantly making adjustments as I went. It's always interesting to see something that started as a rough sketch slowly turn into an actual 3D building. So I had the unrendered 3D model, where the design is just there. It's looking very raw. There are no textures, no landscaping, no atmosphere. It's just the architecture. So I took it to Lumion, and this is where I started bringing everything to life. I started adding the materials, the different textures, the landscaping, people, cars, little lighting there, some surrounding context, and little by little, the model started looking less like a 3D file and more like an actual place. And then came the fun parts, fine-tuning the camera angles, adjusting the lighting, working on the materials, and creating the atmosphere that I wanted for the final images. And after all of that was done, then I rendered the images. And honestly, that's why I love architectural visualization, because it allows one to take something that exists and show a client what it could become. You're not just designing a building, you are helping someone see a possibility before it becomes a reality. And then from the client's feedback, I think this is one of the most rewarding parts of the whole process, because behind the final images, there were sketches, modeling, and the adjustments, and a whole lot of, let me try this one more time. So seeing the client happy with the final result, it makes every part of the process really worth it. And that's the transformation from an existing building to an idea to a design, and finally, a vision brought to life. Thanks for coming behind the scenes with me. Until the next one. Bye.